What we're doing is we're collecting used fryer oil from restaurants, underutilized locally available waste resource, and we're using our fancy ester machine here to turn that into high quality biodiesel that you can feed into your diesel engine without any problems whatsoever. So basically what we're doing is we're collecting oil from restaurants, dumping it into this intake barrel here, which allows any water, solids, particulates to settle out, and we've plumbed this barrel into our plumbing stack up front. So we want to fill up our processor. We come over here and just open up our intake valve, which allows the oil to start flowing into the processor. We're basically using this highly modified water heater to heat the oil up to 130 degrees. We are mixing 8 gallons of methanol with about 3 to 4 pounds of potassium hydroxide to create methoxide, which is a catalyst that we use to chemically strip the glycerin off of the raw oil. So your diesel engine loves this and it hates this. The newer the engine, the more important the fuel quality is. So we want to be sure to strip off all of the glycerin. To meet the current specification for biodiesel, we need to remove 99.8% of the glycerin, so really all of it. This would be considered crude biodiesel. There are still soaps that were formed in the reaction, residual catalyst, and unreacted oil. So we process a batch. While it's processing for an hour, the next batch is warming up right behind it. We pump out our first batch, we suck the next one in and do another one right away. The ester machine is set up to wash and dry 2 batches at a time. So once we've pumped our raw biodiesel into the barrels, we drain the glycerin off the bottoms of the barrels, and then we water wash the raw biodiesel to remove those soaps that were formed in the reaction and the catalyst. So we mist in a very fine mist of water, which as it soaks through the biodiesel, pulls those contaminants out. The majority of that water will settle off fairly quickly, but some remains in suspension. So we circulate just the biodiesel to the shower heads to increase the surface area, allowing that water to atmospherically evaporate out. So it goes from looking like pretty good fuel to orange juice, and then once it's dried, it'll look like this. It should be perfectly clear. We should be able to read newsprint through it. So once it's running clear out those shower heads, we open our pump out valve and pump it into our tank or our tote or whatever we're dispensing it out of. So the machine here is capable of producing 80 gallons of finished biodiesel every day. That's 24,000 gallons a year. The cost of the methanol, the potassium, and the electricity to run the batches is about 72 cents a gallon based on current prices as of last month. So you could save yourself $100,000 a year with this $7,000 machine.
So the machine you manufacture and you sell to individual
farmers, co-ops. We have a small co-op on the farm. We all pitch in money to buy the equipment. We share the cost, the labor, and the fuel. So members are in some sense buying a share of our output. So we don't sell fuel, but we're collecting these resources that are available in our community and turning it into transportation fuels. Every dollar that we don't spend at the gas pump, we are able to spend in those restaurants, the hardware store, places in our communities. So we're keeping our energy dollars at work in our communities.
Very cool. Good idea.
I've heard people trying that.
All right.